Yo, it's your boy One Deep 215 back with another video. Today I want to touch on something I came across on social media, on YouTube. It was one of the influencers. He was talking about how guys be so in a rush, so much in the uproar to meet their mates' male friends. He said, I don't understand y'all. Y'all be wanting to meet them. I don't want to meet them. I just tell them, do you and keep them where you at or whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute. Something about that don't sound right. He's pretty much saying, you guys out there be wanting to meet y'all wives or y'all girlfriends, male friends. He said, me, I'm on the other wavelength for that. I don't want to meet them. I don't want to see them. At first it sounded like, yeah. Then I'm like, wait a minute. What they got what she got a male friend for in the first place? Am I crazy? And it got me to thinking, and that's how, I stumbled across this topic, and I'm like, me personally, I'm not even allowing it. I'm not even allowing, if I'm with a woman, that's going to be one of the, I ain't going to say rules, because at the end of the day, I'm expound on this, but at the end of the day, people going to do what they want, and I believe in letting people be who they are. But you're not going to be with me, or not even just relationship-wise, whether I'm talking about friends, whoever, just do what you do, be who you are away from me. You feel me? But since we talking about the relationship aspect, no, I'm not allowing. That's not a thing. Yeah, you got your male friends, I got my female friend. We not doing that. Because what it opened up the door for is disrespect, misunderstandings, drama, or what have you. And just going off that, not even just those things that it opened up the door for, it's like, first of all, we're men. We know that men, for the most part, this ain't 100%, and I stand on that. This ain't 100. This is not even 95%. It might not be 90%. But a good 80, 85% of men don't want to be a female's friend. Let's keep it a buck. Let's be real about this topic. Now, is there men that don't mind and got a bunch of female friends that's heterosexual men? We talking heterosexual men here. So heterosexual men that is, yes, it's a thing where, heterosexual men can be just friends with women. But we know the chances is not in that favor. It's the other way around, whether they play nicey or not. So it's like, now, when you tell your woman, let's say y'all on my realm, where, on my logic of thinking, where it's like, no, you can't even have male friends. The first thing a woman going to do, she going to call you sassy. She going to call you bitter. She's going to say these things. She going to say things like, oh, you and your feelings. The same thing that all women say, because they all think alike and talk alike. They take each other's lingo, and they think it sounds decent, so they start saying it. They're going to call you all these things, but you can't let that sway you, because it's like you just standing 10 toes down. You call me insecure, sassy, in my feelings, whatever. This is just how I roll. Some men might not roll. The guy that I'm talking about, the influencer, that was on YouTube talking what he talking, he's one of those guys. I guess he don't mind. But we not doing that because, like I said, the main reason is we already know we're men. Especially in these days and time. This is definitely a times thing, because I believe 20, 30 years ago, heck, even 15 years ago, a lot of men probably would be a little more lenient with that stance, because it's like, okay, she got male friends, it's fine, it ain't the end of the world. I got female friends, so what the hell? But nowadays, no, and the reason why I say that is because, think about it. The women of today, the modern women, not all. I know some thorough chicks, some real thorough chicks. But for the most part, we don't even want to be in the same room with a lot of them, let alone be their friend. Like, these women are so obnoxious, and so cocky and arrogant and brash, what do I look like busting up on the phone on some platonic, like a regular, like I'm just talking to you. I have no hidden agendas. I'm just wanting to talk to my friend. I got to talk to you. How was your day? Who doing that in these days? The way these women are carrying it. Let's keep it a buck. And not to sound, I'm not being facetious about it, or I'm not being, trying to be like on nothing funny. I'm being real. It's now more than ever that guys can't get along with women. So why, let alone be your friend, be your platonic, like just your friend. There's nothing, you don't want me, I don't want you. There's no goal at the end of the tunnel here. I'm not aiming for nothing. Come on, y'all, let's be real about that, John. Let's be real. So it's like, what I look like okaying you having this male friend. Acknowledging it and all. Like, men sit there and acknowledge some of these females that got male friends. Tell Steven I said, what's up? Oh, y'all going out? All right. Hit me when you done, though. Yeah, tell Steve I said, what's up, though? All right, yeah. And tell him to come over sometime. I'm not doing that. That's just me. Now, I'm not out here trying to preach, don't let your women have male friends, but at the same time, I'm damn there is, because we know what the times bring. Now, unless they got, there's caveats in that. Unless this is a guy they've been known for years, before you met her, and he like a friend of the family, like all the other family members know him, and you can just, like, we know. So it's caveats in that. It ain't like you can't know males at all. Like, that's not happening. And that brings to my second point. My next point is one thing not to allow it, but it's another thing, just acknowledge the fact that for the most part, women, they gonna do what they want anyway. So it's one of them things like, okay, you better hide that shit, because we know women, some women will abide by whatever they man say, because they the real ones. They the women that know, like, he knows better, or I know he's not meaning in the meaner way. He more looking out for me. He want this relationship to last, so that might interfere. The real women will understand you not wanting them to have no male friends. But your average modern woman going to do what she want anyway. And that's fine. As long as she know you already put on the table that you don't acknowledge, you don't want her to, you don't condone her having it. That way she has to hide it from you. And if it come out, you got an easy pass to either checking her on it, obviously, or exiting stage left, because it's like, damn, if you lied to me once, you lied to me twice, you holding stuff behind. However y'all want to carry it on that. I'm not telling you just leave a chick because she got male. Y'all know what I'm saying. So it's like, it's one thing to acknowledge it, you know. You got to acknowledge the fact that these women is doing what they want, and it ain't the end of the world. As long as you know you stood on your ground, you stood on your purpose and said, look, I ain't into the little freaky-deaky, the little male companionship stuff. We ain't doing that. You announce it, she know it, then she's in the wrong for whatever happens from there if she decides to go against your wishes. But I'm not going to sit there and say it's cool, because like I said, we know men. We're men. Like, for the most part, do I think I'm a friendly person? Yeah. Do I think I'm a person that could deal with a female just on the landscape of not doing? Yeah, but overall, I'm still a man. So it's like, I'm not going for that. You got to worry about there's all types of stuff you got to worry about with that. And it's not just infidelity. It's not just her cheating with this guy. It's just the simple fact of, first of all, she going to him for a bunch of advice, comparing you to what he think and all that. You don't want no man, you don't want nobody up in your business really, but you don't want no dude, you know, the same sex up in your business like that. You telling this dude all our stuff or whatever. Because women talk. They do. They try to act like they don't, but they love to run their mouth. So it's like, I don't want this man knowing our business. I barely want your girlfriends knowing all our business, let alone this man with a fucking full-grown beard. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, no. Yeah, like the whole comparing thing, telling him everything y'all do. Another thing I didn't like on the landscape, how these women call they friends bro. And like, first of all, I'm at a certain age in my life where if a woman is calling every man she know bro, it don't mean she a whore or nothing. Like, it just mean she's just a little too low on the maturity list or is she too high on the ratchetness? Like, it's one or the other. Because I'm at this point in my life, I wouldn't deal with no woman that talk like that. They think it's cute because other women do it. They call every man they know, like, unless that's your real blood brother, what is you calling these dudes bro for? And I'm not, like, now obviously it's an age thing. So if you're dealing with 22-year-olds, then I guess that's okay. But I'm not dealing with no women that in that age range that's walking around talking like that. So, and not saying, you know, that's a little off the cusp a little bit, but that's what they do. Oh, that's just my bro. We cool, we tight, and all this. Nah. This guy better be a friend of the family or somebody that, like, he's acknowledged, you know, by the whole family, like, everybody know him type joint. Because you can't help who people know. If we being real and rational, you can't help who people grew up with, who people know, who people, you know, whatever. But as long as you lay that foundation, like, look, we ain't doing the, oh, I can have male friends stuff. No, I don't acknowledge it. If you value me, you value our relationship, you wouldn't do it. And like I said, at the end of the day, women still gonna be women. They good, they liars, so they gonna do it anyway for the most part behind your back, unless she a real one. Just acknowledge that she's gonna do it behind your back. As long as that shit don't come out, you cool. Because what you don't know don't hurt you. Now, I'm not saying be out here and be a sucker and just let everything, but I'm just saying, I'm all about letting it be known. And it is what it is after I tell you, you're on your own after that. You decide to go against my wishes, that's on you. You know what I mean? But I just never understood that because we live in a time where men and women are butting heads. So how you so friendly with this boy? Like, y'all know what I mean. It just ain't making sense on the time aspect. We barely want to be in the same room with some of these women. We barely want to have conversation. We barely want to ask them, excuse me, sis, what time is it? Because they so, you know? So it's like, what? So y'all just bust it up? Like, he's just your friend and all that? Now, you can't help who they work with, co-workers and all that type of stuff. But we ain't busting it up and texting with nobody. It is what it is. So y'all gotta look, y'all gotta put that out there. If y'all on that, like I said, I'm not trying to sway the men that's like, if you with that and it's working for you, cool. But for my men that's on the fence or thinking more on the lines of me, yeah, put it out there, let her know. And just know in the back of your head, she's still probably going to do it anyway. If you're dealing with a modern woman that's on that feminist BS, she probably going to do it anyway. But just know, all right, I already laid it out. So when it come out, because it usually come out, y'all know, then you know how to handle it. Because she can't say, I didn't know this was a problem. A lot of women like to do that. They like to use things that they know is a problem for real, but since you didn't announce it, it's all fair game. Like, we gotta be real, man. We gotta be real. That's what they do. And I ain't gonna lie, rightfully so, because I think men do it in a different way, probably, but I'm not sure. But I know for sure women do it. If you didn't announce that this is a thing, or this is a problem, or you against this, I didn't do no wrong. Even though morally they know I shouldn't be doing this, or he don't condone this, but he ain't say nothing about it, so I'm cool. That's just life in general. That's just people in general. Y'all know how it go. But nah, all that, oh, this is just my bestie, and this is my, no, this is my bro, this is my boy. First of all, why you saying the word bro? I didn't know you was 22 years old. First of all. Like, second of all, you know damn well I ain't with no funny business with no dude. Like, you gotta let them know, man. And let them call you sassy. Let them call you insecure. Because one thing about me, I can't speak for other men. I've never been like an insecure dude when it comes to women. I've never been like a jealous type. You know, I let women do what they do as long as they follow my game plan or what have you. As long, like, if it's on the surface, it's regular, because we all adults. Any woman I had, I let, you know, shit. Spread your wings, fly, goddammit. I ain't holding nobody back. Never been insecure or a jealous type. But they use those words because they hear their peers say it and they think it sounds decent. Sassy, insecure. These are words that they picked up from social media and now they like saying it because they like, my counterparts say it, so it must be decent. None of them have their own way of talking. So You know, let them call you these things. Let them call you emotional for saying they can't have no male friends. Like, you see how it sound, right? It's like, I'm sassy for saying you can't talk to the opposite sex. On some, like, you met this guy a week ago and now y'all buddies. This ain't no guy from way back in the day. This ain't no friend of the family. Hell no, you can't talk to bull. And there ain't nothing insecure about that. That's being a man. So don't let these women, you know, steer y'all with that either. That rhetoric is nah. But yeah, that's pretty much shit on that one. Just had to throw that out there because I saw the video a few days ago. I said I'm gonna talk about this because at first it was sounding cool. Then I'm like, wait a minute, he talking about he don't mind as long as he don't have to see the guy. I'm like, why is she allowed to even do that in the first place? But it could be just me. At the end of the day, y'all do what y'all want. If you like this video, hit it with a like, comment on this video, and don't forget to tap that bell and subscribe. Don't forget, I launched the email. If y'all got any topics y'all want me to cover, it should be in the description or in About Me. But to give y'all a little heads up, it's 1deep215@yahoo.com. The word one. So 1deep215@yahoo. The word one. All right. Till the next time I see y'all on the next video. Peace.